Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about fraction multiplication, and we're going to be using this really nifty tool that I found online that displays the problem that you're working along with a visual representation that should help clear up any issues you have with multiplying fractions, because I know that can be a little tricky. So let's start off with something simple. We're going to start off with two small fractions. We're going to start off with 1/2 times 1/2. And to multiply fractions is actually pretty simple. You're just going to multiply the top two numbers together and the bottom two numbers together to get the final fraction. So for this problem, we'd start off by multiplying 1 times 1, which I hope everybody can get is 1. And we're going to start by multiplying then 2 times 2, which we can figure out should be 4, so our answer should be 1/4. If you look at the picture over here above our answer, you can see the two pictures from the first fractions overlaid on top of each other, so you can see the red color for this fraction and the blue color from the original fraction that kind of go together and form this purple fraction. In case you're confused on how we got the answer of 1/4, you can count out, even if that helps. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that there's only one purple section, and that's how we got our final answer visually. Let's try something a little more complicated. Let's try multiplying 1/3 by 1/2, which you can see multiplying 1 by 1 again, you should get 1 on the top over here, and 3 by 2, we would get 6. Again, you can check your answer visually if the numbers aren't quite making sense yet. Let's change things up by multiplying bigger numbers on the top. And we can multiply 3/4 by 1/2. Do it the same way we were doing the fractions before. We're going to multiply 3 times 1, which should give us 3, and we're going to multiply 4 by 2, which will give us 8. Then when we go back, and we can look at the answer visually again. You can see that we have 3 boxes over here that are shaded purple, at a total of 8 boxes. And let's try yet another problem. Let's try this. Alright, so it works the same way. We're going to multiply 3 by 2, which should give us an answer of 6. And we're going to multiply the 4's together, which should give us 8. And then we're going to go on to simplify after that, because once you multiply the numbers, you should get 6 over 16, which we can simplify over to 8. You can see that again visually. You can see the 8. Excuse me, you can see the 6 purple boxes here out of a total of 16. And I hope this is starting to make sense. Let's go. Alright, we're back. We're gonna go with 1/5 times 1/4. And I want everybody to just take a minute, and I want you to think silently to yourselves, work out the problem in front of you, and try and come up with the answer to this problem. Alright, now that I gave everybody a couple seconds to try and work that out for themselves, we're going to go over the answer again. If you get 1/5 times 1/4, you should get an answer of 1 over 20. Pretty simple. We were multiplying 1 times 1, which of course should give us 1. And then we were multiplying 5 times 4, which could be a little tricky, but you should have gotten an answer of 20. And we can look up over here, and we can again see visually what our answer is. Let's try one more. Okay. I want everybody to try and work this one out for themselves. I hope this one isn't too difficult for you guys, so if you're lost, I want you to think about what we were doing before. I want you to remember to multiply the top numbers and the bottom numbers, and then simplify if needed. Alright, now that you've had a couple seconds to try and work out these problems for yourselves, let's go ahead and check out the answer. The answer you should have gotten when you multiplied 3 by 1 should have been 3, and then 4 times 3 should have been 12. Then you can simplify that down to 1/4. Again, you can see up here visually, we have 3 purple boxes out of a total of 12. Alright, I hope everybody enjoyed this lesson and enjoyed using this tool online. Feel free to go back and look at this tool if you want to review, if you need some help with homework. It's a great tool to use. And thank you all for listening and paying attention to this lesson.